in between rides.
It was only on for like 10 minutes, maybe. Let's hoping that happens today. As much as I enjoy being on here with you, I enjoy making money more. So, there's a little out of control. What is up in your world? It's going to be like in the single digits here tonight. So, that'll be fun. Not a whole lot going on, to be honest with you. Well, I sat down to play Call of Duty with my sons this morning, and there's a 60 gigabyte upgrade. Yay! Now, I only have a Series S right now, so like 90% of my hard drive is Call of Duty. So they don't want you playing other games, for sure. And the price of SSDs is going out of style, going like crazy because of the AI companies. So I bet you it's already super expensive. It's going to skyrocket for sure. RAM and SSD is crazy expensive right now. What are these buttons? Retouch on, retouch off. What's this do? Underwater. Minimalist. Luminous. Sly Goblin. Luminous. What the fuck is that? That looks alright. Oh boy. Like yesterday, started ramping up pretty good as usual, and then it just died. Absolutely freaking died. So I'm here trying to kill time again. I wish I could, that's better. What are you folks up to today? What is going on in your neck of the woods? Here in wonderful Ohio, it's just cold, snow still on the ground. It's not going anywhere because it's not going to be warm enough for the snow to melt for probably a couple weeks at least. They're saying December is going to be the coldest month this winter, which is weird because it's usually January, February. What is up? Everybody piling in. I am like open for topics today. I have literally nothing. I've been working so hard lately that my brain is not even functioning right now. So just nonstop. Drove 12 hours yesterday. I think 340 miles or something like that. Literally came home, got something to eat, and then went to sleep, and then woke up and boom, I'm out again. So kind of how it is, kind of how it goes. Just washed the beard and didn't get a chance to brush it out really good. Just literally came to the car with wet hair because I was in such a hurry this morning. Slept a little later than I wanted to. I had a 12:30 pickup and I slept till like 11:40, so I had to like rush out the door. What's up? Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. I don't know if I have any guidelines. What do you have? Such a stupid Santa beard. Thank you. I want a pony. I want a new TV. I want a new PlayStation 5 Disc Edition. And a Pro? Why do you need two? You don't need two. You don't need two PlayStations. It's not necessary. I want a saxophone and a new phone. You'll get coal. That's what you're getting. You're getting coal. Yeah, I get that all the time. I've actually reacted to Jack Black videos. And they were like, it's Jackception. Why is Jack reacting to Jack? How are you, Drusilla? Was that Rivera? Drusilla? Yeah, me too. That's always good. Thanks. Was it Boss? Thanks, Boss. Probably not. If you pressurize it extremely and wait about a million years, you'll have a diamond. That's always good. So in the long run, yeah, you'll win out. I don't appreciate you. That's awesome. That's cool. I'm cool with that. I don't know you, so it doesn't really matter. Watch. Be nice in the they don't have to be nice. I enjoy hate too. Well, no, I cleaned it today. All the rats are now safely in their cages. No. Are you? Yes, that jolly face. I am. I'm trying to have a good day. I've already made $150. I've only been out here like 2 hours, so it's starting out pretty good. A little slow right now, though. Uh, no, I think he's more. I think he's probably got some Samoan or something in him. I'm English and Native American, so no, I do not actually. I decided I'm a wimp. I hate the dentist, so he had like 4 pulled. I had him pull them all. So I appreciate that. I appreciate you appreciating. Oh, you don't appreciate men like me. What? You don't even know me. And if you did, I couldn't care less if you appreciate me or not. Yeah. You guys gotta come up with some original stuff. Santa and Hagrid is like played out. You're from Poland? How's that going? You're not. Okay, good. Yeah, I clean myself all the time. I just don't shave because I don't have to. I'm not married. That's why I'm not married. Or, yeah, I don't care. I was married. I had my kids. I paid off my house. I do what I want now. So I have a beard and long hair. I actually sold cars for 20 some years and I had to wear a certain tie every day and be super well groomed. Now I just don't give a damn. You know what? It is what it is. I don't like it, but it's kind of how the circumstances worked out. Eventually, I'll probably go get something done. Uh, it's been pretty good. Right now, it's slow. When you see me on here, it's really slow right now. You can go away, Ann. I mean, I'll speak any way I want. It's my channel. I am the overlord of this channel. Yeah, I own my own home, paid off. So there you go. Favorite steak is my favorite food. Ribeye. I can't afford ribeye very often, but it's my favorite food. I don't know who that is. Tom Bombadil. I don't know who that is. And you can bring your boyfriend, your mama, your daddy, your cousin, the guy named Rick that hangs out in the corner. I don't really give a damn. I'll launch you into space like it's my channel. I hate cookies and milk. Like every damn Christmas, that's all I get. Can throw a brother a lasagna once in a while. Hey Rick, what's up? Yeah, the lady that lives down the street from you doesn't like how I'm talking to her. How you feel about that? I don't know how you say that, but hello to you too. A group of Asians is called. No, it's not. That can't be true. Grilled cheese. You can't. Yeah, you cannot not like grilled cheese. Yeah, grilled cheese is a shit. Was he a dwarf? I watched all Lord of the Rings movies. It's been such a long time though. Hey, what's up? What's up, British man? Gandalf. I've gotten never. Did I ever get fat Gandalf? I might have gotten fat Gandalf before. Oh, I haven't read the book since I was a little kid. Yeah, really. Cheese is the bomb. So you know what I love is a good like cheddar jalapeno burger. That's the stuff. I enjoy it. I really, really, really enjoy it. I have not watched season 5 yet. I'm trying to hold off. I'm trying to hold off here. I'm like so busy, like editing, doing other stuff, and Stranger Things is something you got to pay attention to. What is my current life goals? To be comfortable, to make enough money to where I'm comfortable. There's a dude on 93.7 The Fan who does a midday show that doesn't like melted cheese. It's weird. He doesn't like pizza, anything. Yeah, freaking iPhone. What are you going to do? Yeah, the mic's not the greatest. I have lapel mics. I just never bring them. I keep forgetting. That's not good. The runs is never fun. I'm a poet and didn't know it. Yeah, that's not my goal. Not really my goal. I could make that happen. I don't want to make that happen. I have 2 cats right now. I had a pit bull named Maya that I had for years, and she passed away last year, and it broke my heart. And I can't bring myself to get another dog right now. I am happy for the most part. I mean, everyday things irritate me, but I'm so much happier person now than I ever been. I was really, really super happy, and then my father passed away last February, and it brought me down a little bit. But I've been able to deal with that, and I'm for the most part very happy. I just spick and span this morning. I appreciate that. R.I.P. Chat. Chat didn't die. Did Chat die? Chat's going pretty good. My dad was 90. I am blessed to have lived to 53 years. I was 53 when he passed away. It's such a blessing to have your father in your life that long. So there's no way I can feel cheated or anything because it was such a blessing to have him in my life that long. And plus, I spent like the last 10 years of his life with him. If you go to my channel, there's a bunch of videos, especially Monsters by James Blunt, the reaction that tells you the whole story of me and my dad. Maya was a pit. If you know anything about pits, they latch on to their owners. And I was married a bunch of years, but the relationship I had with Maya, she was so stuck to me. And it was so heartbreaking when she passed away. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation is my favorite Christmas movie. Or Die Hard. I do watch Die Hard every Christmas with my sons. Let's get into that freaking argument, whether that's a Christmas movie or not. We do watch Die Hard every Christmas. It's a tradition that me and my boys have. My sons are 29 and 30 now, but that's something that happens. But as far as Christmas movie, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, it's funny. I like It's a Wonderful Life, just for the message. Here we go. Here we go. It's a movie that takes place during Christmas. It's a Christmas movie. He's going to a Christmas party. Like, the whole theme of it is Christmas. He even says, like, catchy one-liners about Christmas. Yeah, European Vacation is very funny, but Christmas Vacation is the best. Just the one-liners from Chevy Chase. And I know Chevy's turned out not to be a very nice guy, but the one-liners are classic. I love because like no one pays attention to Clark, and Clark is able to just ramble off these biting criticisms that no one even gets. It's like he's talking to the camera instead of the people. It's been so long since I've seen Gremlins. I don't know. I saw Gremlins like when Gremlins came out. I haven't really watched it since then. I think there's talks about doing another Home Alone where Macaulay Culkin is the parent. I think that's in talks. Gremlins is your favorite Christmas. What's your favorite Christmas movie? Everyone's human. Yeah, I give. That's the biggest thing about growing old and having maturity is the ability to look at people, especially like my parents, as human beings, and that really healed our relationships. So yeah, everyone's a human, and that's the biggest problem in life is that we put these unrealistic expectations on people instead of seeing them for who they are. I hate fast food, to be honest with you. Let me think. Probably Chick-fil-A. Probably Chick-fil-A. But I don't really do fast food very often. I will stop once a day and get a Diet Coke from McDonald's. Or not Diet Coke, Coke Zero. Because I usually drink water. But when I'm out for 10 hours, I'll drink like more waters than I can carry. So if I get a diet, like a Coke Zero, it lasts me like 3 or 4 hours. So I don't drink all my water up. The problem with Taco Bell, I've never eaten Taco Bell and felt full after I've eaten Taco Bell. It just like doesn't go anywhere. You know what? Where I have to drive 35 miles for Chick-fil-A. I mean, so it's pretty far away. You know what? My favorite fast food, and I'm not allowed to have them, is the Cajun fries from Five Guys. They're the bomb. Back when I was eating that stuff, get a large Cajun fry, they'll almost fill up an entire sack with fries. How you doing, Doodles Animation? I'm located I'm from a little town called Toronto, Ohio. It's about 34 miles west of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Yeah, Cajun fries are the bomb. Their burgers are good, but I think they're slightly overpriced. I just usually get a big bag of Cajun fries. I'm good to go. Appreciate the subscription, Mr. Doodles. What kind of animation you do? Yeah, I don't eat a whole lot of fast food. Because I'm 90% of the time I'm keto, so that's a no-go. I've heard I look like somebody from Royal Clash. I have not played it yet. Yeah, but you got to throw an H on the end of Pittsburgh. A lot of people don't do that. Pittsburgh's a pretty cool place. Appreciate the gift. Okay, that's fine. You can be a girl. What kind of animation do you do? Did I call you a dude? I'm sorry. Thanks, Todd. Yeah, Royal Clash. I heard I look like somebody on there. I do not play it. I don't have time. I play Candy Crush Soda and then like all the Microsoft casual games. I just play one round of everything. And then like I said, when I'm not doing this, I buy and sell stuff online, and then I also do my YouTube stuff when I'm doing rideshare. So I'm pretty busy during the day. And then my kids always want me to play Call of Duty and stuff with them online. So I try to. I got a lot of things going on. Royal Clash, yeah. I know. I haven't looked yet. I guess I look like a character from there. Like Royal Clash and some of those other things, they advertise so damn much and they interrupt stuff, so it's like I take it out on them. I prefer Chips Ahoy, but I don't eat that stuff either. Oreo double stuff's pretty cool though. Yeah, I snack on protein puffs from Aldi. Whole bags, like 4 carbs. And then pepperoni and cheese. No, I didn't have red hair I think when I was younger, it was really light brown, almost blonde. Never had red hair. My sister had red hair. There is red hair in my family. I have an uncle, a lot of uncles and aunts with red hair. So that gene is in my family. Yeah, I'm not doing. Yes, he is. Oh, cool. So you do it for like companies, like logos and stuff like that? Yeah, beard's going pretty good. Almost coming up on a year of growth. Beard staying. I am getting a haircut before Christmas, though. You can't prove that without a paternity test. This is 11 months in like 2 weeks, 11 months in a week. I shaved on December 24th of last year, completely bald. How did keto raise your blood sugar when you're not supposed to eat any sugar? That doesn't make any sense. Sarah, are you rich? If you're rich, then I'll claim you. No, I've just come from a long line of West Virginia hillbillies. My hair and my beard goes. My hair is 2 years. That's 2 years, and my beard is 11 months. It grows super fast. Yes, bacon is awesome. I think you set the carpet on fire. That's what I heard. Do not take my word for that. I do three things. I do ride share, I buy and sell things online, and I do YouTube. I'm okay. I'm not perfect. I'm a decent person. Yeah, the problem with owning meat is I'm afraid about my heart. That's a lot of fat and protein. I have Funko Pops, yeah. I don't collect. I wouldn't say collect, but yeah, I'm real and I've just been beaten down by the world. So I only gift like mean people now. I smell amazing. You gotta come sniff me. Yeah, yeah, I could not go carnivore for sure. Like even the proteins I eat with keto are mainly chicken and fish. I don't mind people making fun of me. It's fun for me. I love to snap back. I love to snap back. Do you know what cashew is? Or queso? Queso. It's a Q. Queso. I love queso. It's a bomb. Hell yeah, Santa needs a gift. I'm the what is it? The Bizarro Santa Claus. I come and take things from your house. Yes, that's me. But my fat ass can't fit down a chimney. You know what? My dad was a preacher. I grew up in a very religious house. You know what? I spent my entire life as an athlete and a bodybuilder. Had some injuries, and I gained probably 150 pounds in a very short period of time. I've been up and down though. Like I was just 250 like 4 or 5 years ago. For me, like 205 is like my normal weight. Wait, no, I'm not going to get the Grinch meal. No, I cannot sing Sabrina Carpenter. I can sing somewhat. I'm like a 6.5, 7 on the singing. Organized religion does have some issues. You can give it to me, probably not going to help you a lot. I do have a friend we call Gravy Legs who did that, but it was 6th grade. I'm not getting into that whole thing. I don't understand it, and I don't want to. It'll like actually hurt me if I try to understand those two numbers. Yeah, I've heard that. That's cool. That guy makes a lot of money. R.I.P. Gravy Legs. He's not longer with us. I don't know what those numbers mean either. Who died? Yeah, my buddy. He was head of all the sports book, well, one of the biggest sports book companies in Vegas, and he just got into that Vegas lifestyle. He passed away at 49, unfortunately. He lived a good life. Too good. Yeah, Todd Calavoda, one of my best friends. But he unfortunately pooped himself during basketball practice, and people called him Gravy Legs. I've had this car for 6 years. This car seat's holding up pretty damn good. It's a champion. I'm from a little town called Toronto, Ohio, but I've lived all over the country. Lived in LA, lived in Nashville, lived in Myrtle Beach, lived in Florida. I'm not big on anime. My kids are 29, 30. They love that stuff, and I'm a curmudgeon, so if they liked it, I didn't. Like, my son is the biggest Lil Wayne fan, and forever I wouldn't listen to Lil Wayne because he liked him so much. But now I appreciate him. You're from Youngstown? My son lives just outside of Warren in the country. My oldest son. Cincy, been there a million times. Your zoo's in the hood. I lived in Dayton, and actually Centerville, just south of Dayton. No. Probably going to Alaska is the flight, and I don't like flying that much. Too long of a flight. I've been to Alabama. Where's Lake Milton at? What state is that? It sounds nice, though. I'd love to have a nice, awesome house by a lake. Appreciate it. I have nothing to do with it, though. Just kind of gross. Thanks for the 100. Utah is the most beautiful place I've ever been. I lived in Los Angeles, and I drove back and forth 3 times, and I spent like a whole day just sitting there taking in the nature and the beautiful rock formations in Utah. I'm a big, like, outdoors guy. Utah's gorgeous. Yeah, like the zoo. I've been to the zoo in Cincinnati like twice. There's a joke. I forget the comedian from Cincinnati talking about like the animals won't escape from the zoo because it's scarier outside those walls than it is inside. Yeah, since he's in the hood for sure. Since he's in the hood. Yeah, Utah's is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm a big nature guy, man. Like, just taking in those vibes of the beautiful scenery and everything. I've been to like, I think 45 states, and Utah's the most beautiful state I've ever been in. By far. Yeah, I forget what comedian said it. It's like a lion. He did the whole thing about a lion escaping and then immediately turning around and going back in the zoo. Bloomington, Illinois, I don't foresee me making it out that way. It's a possibility. Who knows? I love a good steak, though. How you doing? Who's that? It's hard for me to read. Keisha? Is that Momo? You know what? I've been to Denver a couple times. My favorite memory of Denver, I think it was September. And I was sitting in a hot tub at a hotel. It was outside, and it was probably 60, 70 degrees. And you could look up on the mountains and see snow. I always thought that was cool. I had family that lived in Denver, and it's just, they moved because it was getting kind of crazy. I am not, but I've tasted some pretty nice shine in my day, and not the stuff you buy at the store. There's not any Buc-ee's anywhere around here, or Boosie's, as people say. I think southern West Virginia is the closest one, and that's 4 or 5 hours from here. Yeah, I have a family member that just moved from Denver to North Carolina because of how bad Denver was getting. I do music reactions on my main YouTube channel. I got like this YouTube channel here. I got like 18,000 subs. Been doing it for about 2.5 years. In my spare time. I don't put a whole lot of time into it. Yeah, like corn mash here. I mean, where I live in Ohio, there's still a bunch of people that make shine. So I was a DJ on the side for a long time, and all the summer parties, people would always come up with a mason jar. Give me a mason jar. I've never been to Pacific Northwest. No Washington, no Oregon. Yeah, I wouldn't want to live in Portland or Seattle. Did you poop, or do you want poop? Poop. Just saying poop is confusing. Poop like jazz. I'm confused. No offense, but the things go by so quick, I might have missed. It's out of context at this point. How you doing, Dirty Dirt Garage? It's a Thursday. It's amazing it's this slow. I'm sitting here in between rides. Yeah, it's very cheap. Very, very cheap. Yeah, well, yeah, I live actually on the Ohio, West Virginia, Pennsylvania border. It's a little tiny piece of West Virginia, about 30 some miles west of Pittsburgh. That's cool. At least you get all your money. When I make videos, a lot of stuff's copyrighted. Not these, obviously. I do both, but I mainly do Lyft. Yeah, you can get a nice place for $1,000 a month here, for sure. Yeah, if you want to spend like 13 to 15, you can get like a house that would be $1 million somewhere. You can rent like a sweet ass like 3,000 square foot house for like $1,500. Yeah, for sure. Now, if you go like Wheeling inner city, they're like doing condos and stuff. That's in West Virginia. Their prices are a little high, but yeah, you can get a nice place here for cheap. If you could buy, the average house price here is about 180 to 200 for a nice house. You could get a really nice house for 300 or 400,000. You could get like a big that would cost millions most places. I don't live anywhere near Cleveland. I'm 2.5 hours from Cleveland. That's too cold up there on the lake. Mentor's near Columbus, right? I have a ton of friends in Columbus. There's been a lot of people in and out, Sammy. That's how my lives usually go. I wind up with 500 views. I just get a lot of people in and out. Some people come in, see me go, and then run away. But, some don't. Yeah, I do. And I've done a bunch of Jack Black reactions, and I get that Jackception thing. The other thing about Jack is Jack is always on. Me and his personality are similar, but he's always kind of over the top where I'm kind of in the middle. Yeah, there is. I wonder if that Intel plant is open yet. Intel chip plant. That's good for the country. That's just north of Columbus. My son has a house north of Warren, Ohio, probably about 45 minutes from Cleveland. It's a nice house in the country, and I think he pays $1,200. He's got he's probably got 3 acres, I think. You know what? Me and Jack Black are almost exactly the same age. He was a kid, he played in this skateboard movie that was based in Cincinnati, and he was like one of the bad kids. And I was a teenager at the time. I think me and Jack are pretty much the same age. Like his mailing address is Warren, but it's north of Warren, out in the country. I don't know exactly what it's called. My scariest dude, I'm one of those people that I'm a light sleeper. I hear sounds. I'm walking my property with a gun probably 5 days a month. So I'm always on alert. Yeah, I mean, I don't think mine and Hagrid's personalities are the same. He's a little more serious than I am. Airborne, is that what it's called? It's that they skateboard down that giant hill. It's like your typical like snow skiing movie, but it's skateboards. Like the new kid in town, the bad kids give him trouble. The girl that's dating the bad kids starts liking him, and then he wins the big race at the end, and he gets the girl and all that thing. It's that typical skiing movie that you see, but it's skateboards instead. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's it. That's a movie. Isn't that Sunshine from Remember the Titans? The lead character kind of looks like Sunshine, the quarterback for Remember the Titans. The Simpsons, my favorite character. That's hard. Probably Homer, but he's an idiot. My favorite line from The Simpsons is Homer's in the kitchen and they're talking about a class reunion, and he's like, it'd be great to see Ralph Malph and Potsy and the Fonz again. And Marge goes, Homer, that's Happy Days. And he goes, no, they all weren't Happy Days. That's my favorite fucking line from The Simpsons. Oh, it's hilarious. I don't. I have no feeling about the 1940 German leader. Lodi. Sounds familiar. Yeah, that's about... Three-bedroom would be a little bit more than $850 here. Three-bedroom probably cost you $1,000, $1,100. $850 will get you a two-bedroom house, not an apartment here though. Not a super nice house, like an old Cape Cod, but decent, you know. Oh, it was rollerblades. It wasn't skateboards. Oh, okay. I thought it was skateboards. All right, that makes sense. Cool rollerblade kids. That's hilarious. That makes it even funnier. Appreciate it. Thank you. Was that FPG? Appreciate that. The elves are all drunk and really getting irritating. They're going to get fired. I'm going to replace them. I can't. Ice will come. I don't know what I'm going to do. To make a sandwich, do you line up the bread or upside down? I'm confused by that. I'm not sure what that means. When I eat a sandwich, I'm a 2-year-old. I eat like in a circle. If it's bread, I'll eat like the crust first and then leave the little nugget of goodness till the end. We were talking about this the other day. Eating Lucky Charms. How do you eat them? I eat all the brown cereal and then leave a bowl full of stars. Eating a ho-ho. How do you eat it? I'll wait until you guys say. You know, a Hostess ho-ho. How do you eat it? Last thing I ate was right here. Protein puffs from Aldi. Trader Joe's has them too. Elevation. They're 4 grams of carb for this entire freaking bag. Can't go wrong with a good chicken nugget. Problem is, on keto, I gotta buy like the lightly breaded ones. I used to make my own with either like almond flour or crushed up pork rinds, the breading. I've met a ton of famous people. I was in the hotel business when I first started out. I was in the car business. I've met a ton of famous people. Plus, I lived in Los Angeles and worked in Marina Del Rey, and there's a ton of famous people that live there. I've met a million famous people. Probably the most famous person I've met, only because this person's won an Oscar, is Faye Dunaway. I was running, I was a banquet manager at the Crown Plaza in Dayton, Ohio. And every opposite weekend, one of the department managers had to be the house manager for the entire hotel on the weekends. Faye Dunaway was there doing a play, and she was so nasty to our staff, I had the privilege of throwing Faye Dunaway out of our hotel. But I've met tons of athletes, Kurt Angle, Ice-T. I threw Ice-T out of a hotel too. A ton of people. I've met most of the Lakers on Venice Beach when I lived in Los Angeles. Vlade Divac, I worked at a grocery store in Marina Del Rey. He was a good basketball player. Ton of athletes. I also, when I ran the banquet department at Crown Plaza, a lot of famous people would come and have things there. So it was the only really nice hotel in town. So we hosted a ton of events. So I met a ton of famous people. When I meet famous people, I don't treat them any different than anyone else. I say Merry Christmas. That's cool. What's your biggest fear? Not being here to see the future. That's my biggest fear. Not necessarily dying, but kind of like, it's like watching a movie and not getting to see the end. There's a lot of things, because I'm like a big tech head, and like all the amazing advancements that are going to happen after I'm gone, that's scary to me. Ooh, that's a rough one. That is, I'd never want to lose my past memories, but if I can't make new ones, then I don't know if there's any point in being alive. I don't know what that means. Located in Eastern Ohio, really close to Pittsburgh. No, I don't use Sora. I use usually Gemini for most of the stuff I do. Okay, you're projecting. I'm wearing a 20-year-old Guns N' Roses shirt and a pair of sweatpants. That's the new gay. That's cool. That's a hard one, because I really love selling cars. I made a ton of money doing that. But I had this job as a person who installed fiber optic lines for corporate, for like office buildings and like factories and stuff like that. And that job, we worked 12-hour days. It was a union job. I got paid ridiculous money, and out of the 12 hours, we worked like 5 hours a day. That was probably the best job I ever had. Saruman, yeah, that's Lord of the Rings, obviously. I don't know, ask your dad. I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that is. I can sing Sweet Child of Mine. It just will make your ears bleed. I am capable of singing Sweet Child of Mine. I can do some Axl Rose. I can do Patience. Even the high parts at the end. One in a Million I can sing. Some of this stuff I can't sing though. I have a bassier voice than Axl. Axl, when you're skinny like that, it's easy to hit those highs. 9/11, I was sitting at home, just dropped my kids off at school, getting ready to go to work and watched it all go down. I called the school and they had no idea what was going on. I called the school. I was like, can I come get my kids? They're like, why? I was like, somebody turn on a TV. My ex-wife was a cop, so she had to go out and protect the federal building. That was a terrible day. No, I don't. My pops I have are Marvel related. Then I have like all the Sunny, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia ones. I have Angus Young, which is my favorite pop I have. I have the giant, like glowing Galactus one. 11 months. This beard is 11 months old. I shaved, last time I shaved completely was on December 24th last year. Yes, I grow hair fast. I'm a hillbilly. Hair is, if I let it go for 5 years, I would be cousin it. Like, I have to shave this because my hair like goes all the way up to I'd be the wolf man. I am a wolf man. It literally will grow like right about here. I have to always shave this. Yeah, that was no, because the second plane was an indication that this was not an accident. Where was she an air traffic controller at? Horror, I don't really like horror movies. I'm trying to think what my favorite would be. I like more like suspenseful movies where you don't know what's going to happen. Toronto, Ohio, 35 miles west of Pittsburgh, right on the Ohio River. Favorite horror movie? I mean, when I was a kid, there were some ones that shook the hell out of me. There was The Howling. When I was a kid, was terrifying. But as an adult, like I'm more of a suspenseful guy. Like the unknown is scarier than anything you can see. Yeah, I remember that. The airplane that crashed in Shanksville flew right over us. Flew right over our heads. It was going up to Cleveland, made a turn, went through Pittsburgh, and then down and crashed in Shanksville, which is like 40, 50 miles south of Pittsburgh. How do you access your son's search history? I mean, you would have to know his Google account and log into that and then hit history. My first ever job, I've been working since I was young. I mean, if you don't count paperboy and cutting grass and shoveling sidewalks, my first, and see, my uncle owned a body shop and I would recondition cars on the weekend. I was making money. Like when I was 13, I was making bank. I came from a poor family, so if I wanted anything nice, I had to earn it myself. My first like real job was a Pizza Hut. Yeah, that stuff gets to me even to this day. I've not been to Ground Zero. I don't like going to New York. I don't like going to New York City. I drive everywhere and it's a pain. Yeah, my first like technical job at like a real place was Pizza Hut, but I was reconditioning cars at 13. Best piece of advice I ever got: never regret the things you do, only the things you don't do. That's held up. No, I bought this big cannon. I'm just launching them from my rooftop. And where they land is where they land. Sleigh got repoed, so that's all I can do. Things are tough out there. Santa couldn't afford that sleigh note. That's crazy. Yeah, like I drive for a living and I don't get nervous driving anywhere, but going in through the Lincoln Tunnel, that's crazy. It's like 27 lanes, so many lanes. And then the Garden State Parkway, so where it veers off. It's kind of crazy. If money was no object, I would probably build a nice place in the country and big enough to have friends and family come and stay when they want. And I'd have to have a business though, because I like working. I don't know. I'd maybe a recording studio or maybe help other people with. I want to build a recording studio here where and teach people how to get on social media and kind of have like a studio they can rent out if they don't have that ability at home. So I'd probably build a really nice house out in the country and then do that. Build like a studio, like a video studio or something like that. So I sing too, so it could be for music artists or people who don't have the ability or the nice cameras and stuff like that to do their own social media, and they can use it and run it out, and I'd help them as much as possible. I really love the behind the scenes stuff like editing and things of that sort. That's probably what I would do. I have to do something. I just can't sit. I hate sitting around doing nothing. That would be long term. Like short term things, like I would go places I always wanted to go. But yeah, that would be the long term goal, is to have a nice house in the country. Like I said, a big place where a family could stay when they needed to, or friends that wanted to stay, and then make a really nice, like all the best equipment studio. I kind of love doing this stuff. I mean, this is just me BSing, killing time, but when I was young, I always wanted to be like on the radio or something like that. If you had a choice for one theme song, oh God, that's such a good question. I don't know, man. I have to think about that. I mean, when you get old, you think of "My Way" by Sinatra, but that's not. I don't know. I can't think. I can't think. Many times in my life, it would have been something different. Now, I don't know if anything fits exactly where I am right now. Because where I am right now is like when you raise your kids, you do your things, pay your house off. Like in the old days, you would die, and it would be over. But I probably have 20 years ahead of me, and I'm not sure what to do. It's like when you're 18 and you're not sure what you want to do with yourself, and I'm kind of in that again. Jeez. Does that money go to like the families or something? That's insane. The theme song's difficult. Good but complicated. That's my childhood. I could elaborate, but that kind of breaks the rules. I want to elaborate so much, but I can't. Can I elaborate? Okay. I'm not sure how I feel about that, Josh, but uh, I mean, whoever built the building should be covering the cost of the museum. Um, yeah, okay. I mean, to me, I'm weird about people passing and benefiting monetarily from that. Like, I owned a business with my father-in-law, and I owned the business. I had a 100-year lease, and everything was in my name, liquor license, everything. And when he passed away, I refused to fight with his family over things, so I just walked away. I eventually got a payout, but to me, it's disrespect. I don't like picking over the bones or benefiting from someone, you know? Oh, man, you got the great questions. I gotta have you, like, we just need to do a live together where you come up with these things and let me talk. That's awesome. Any fictional universe, what would it be? Jeez. I mean, some of my favorite movies, I wouldn't want to live there because it's terrible and terrifying. Oh, my goodness. I don't know. I in a short, like, snap answer, I'm usually really good on my feet. That's hard. I mean, a lot of, like, the cartoon universes, like, there is no repercussions for what happens. The next episode, everything's just back to normal. I don't know, so maybe Family Guy or something, but there's a deeper thing there. It would just take me a while to think. I see that, but then, yeah, you're charging people to go to a burial ground then. That's kind of weird. Um, yeah, the whole universe thing's getting me. Like I said, we need to do a live where you're asking. These are good questions. Answer the questions that I can't even see your name. Is it Linguini the frog? Yeah, Linguini the frog's asking. He's asking some very good questions. Answer his questions, guys. What is a dream I've yet to achieve? Being the ultimate fighting champion. No, that's episode of Friends. Uh, like financial stability. I made six figures, but I was very foolish with my money. Six figures like 12 years in a row. Financial stability where I don't have to struggle and my kids don't ever. They're doing, my kids do well, but where no one I love has to struggle. I'm not gonna get into that. The whole last thing. I'm not gonna get into that. That's a very nuanced argument. I'm not gonna get into that. My personal goals have always been some things that would benefit my friends and family, and me being financially stable and able to help other people would be awesome. I don't do Spotify much, honestly. I listen to Rogan on that more than anything. I'm a big YouTube person. My top artist on YouTube was Ren. Top singing artist was Ren. REN spells Ren. Brighton, Welsh rapper, singer extraordinaire. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's so nuanced. I mean, if it's owned by a private company, they're free to sell the property to who they want. It's such a nuanced argument. And also, I'm not a big thing in blaming everybody for the actions of a few. So we were getting a lot of trouble in this world. Like in this area, there's some old racist things still going on here. And I have these arguments all the time. Like, why do you not like this certain person? Well, somebody of that persuasion did something to someone I know. I was like, if that person's name was Joe, would you hate everyone named Joe? It just doesn't make sense. How you get steak? You've wrapped up everything we've talking about. I've appreciated that, Josh. That was a nice summary of everything we spoke about. You're a good son. I would never be a mall Santa. I would, no, hell no. I'd be the worst mall Santa ever. Yeah, I know it's that stupid game. I've heard it. We need to. I gotta turn my car on. My phone's dying. I don't know why my phone's not. Oh, there it goes. It's charging. Too many Santas, too many Hagrids, and too many of the. Is it the guy that's always crying that he's gonna get stabbed by the? I'm not shaving the beard. I shaved the beard last Christmas. This year I'm cutting my hair. I'm getting a fade, short hair on top with the beard. Never. I shaved the beard last year. I look like all I gotta do is go back and look at my videos. I look like a chubby child. Real. It was terrible. Never been to Disneyland. I lived in LA too. I've never been to Disneyland or Disney World. Too expensive. I live in Ohio, so Cedar Point was always a cool place to go here. Pretty badass. Kennywood's in Pittsburgh, it's okay. More of an old nostalgic thing. We used to have a place called Jogga Lake, which became Six Flags. There's also Six Flags by Cincinnati I've been to. Never been to Disneyland or Disney World. By the time I could afford to go to those places, I was too old to go to those places. You know what I'm saying? My family we didn't do big vacations. We just did small vacations like the local parks. There's so many local amusement parks in Ohio that you didn't have to go that far. We're at an hour and 2 minutes. That means I'm not doing any business here in rideshare. If I got to hop off here, I gotta go use the facilities. But I appreciate you guys joining me again. It's been a great day. I love this. It's pretty awesome. I will see you again. Yeah, I think there's still one in Cincinnati. Kings Island is no, it's Kings Island. I don't know if that's Six Flags or not. I appreciate you guys. See you later.